Hi, I'm Brianna,
And I'm James.
and welcome to our fabulous Fort Logan November news.
Brianna, have you heard about the new change in dress code?
I was going to ask you about that. Let's go to our news reporter, Cheyenne, to give us more information about this new change in dress code.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Andrea Delgado, President of the Fort Logan Northgate Council. Congratulations on your election.
Thank you.
What are some of the things that Student Council has done this fall?
Well, so far we were able to get rid of dress code, or part of the dress code, and also we did some fundraisers. We got some concession stands at the home games.
Okay, recently you were able to convince administrations to make a change to the dress code. Tell us how this came to be.
Well, it all started with the idea that we didn't like dress code. So we decided to make a meeting with Miss Joswick and Miss Colquist and Mr. Van Brinken.
Why did you want them to make the change?
Because students were not happy with the dress code we had, and we just really wanted to have jeans at the school.
How are students liking the new dress code?
I think they're liking it fine, but some students are complaining that they can't wear ripped jeans.
What are some other ideas that you have for the rest of the year?
Well, we still are thinking of making the school dance. We want to get rid of different stuff of dress code again.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your time, Ms. President, and back to Katie and James.
Thanks, Cheyenne.
Great, now I can wear all my jeans.
Yep, that's awesome.
Now onto a topic that's really important, bullying.
This year we had a second social worker to help with this and other issues, and Lily has the scoop.
Hello everybody, my name is Liliani Morgan and I'm here with Miss O. Miss O is our new social worker here at Fort Logan Northgate. How do you like it here so far?
I love it here so far. Honestly, I think I've had a great time learning a bunch of new things and getting to know all the students, and I love the staff as well. It's been great.
Can you explain to me what you do here at Fort Logan Northgate?
So my job as a social worker and as a mental health professional is to make sure, first of all, that everybody stays safe. So that can be talking to the kids if they're having problems, making sure people feel safe in school. I also work with kids if they're having other problems either inside of the school or outside of the school, and helping them get resources if they need even more help than just talking to me.
My understanding is that you are doing a lot of work on preventing bullying. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So one thing that's a lot of people don't know is we have a grant for bullying, which is a lot of money that we get to prevent bullying. And I'm one of the participators that helps kind of decide what we do with that and how we're going to handle bullying. So we have a team of like 6 or 7 adults that meet once a month to talk about bullying in the school. Things that we do that you guys probably see or maybe don't see is that we do a lot of mediations between kids. That's something that kids can do one-on-one with talking to an adult and then the person they're having the conflict with, to avoid getting into a fight or to avoid having the problem continue. And it's completely private and no one knows that it's happening. And that's gives kids the space to talk about problems without having their friends be a part of it. Another thing that we're working on and we're going to continue rolling out with is going to be peer groups. I don't know if anybody remembers when we went and voted for people that you trust in your grade level. They're going to be working on a stop response. And so what that is ways that kids can tell other kids to knock it off and leave it alone. And so that's going to be rolling out within the next couple of weeks, actually. So we're really excited about that too. Another thing we try to do as adults to prevent bullying is just to be out there and to be out in the hallways, let kids know that we're there, always create a safe space for kids to talk about if they're not feeling safe, and then really working with kids to continue to report bullying if they see it happening or if they have an idea that it might be happening.
What is the biggest problem with bullying in schools today?
So for me, I think one of the biggest problems with bullying is the fact that it's fueled by peers watching it. So I always tell kids too, if kids are talking one-on-one about their problems, you get a very different response than if other kids are watching. It's almost like If fire is the problem, oxygen fuels it, and that oxygen is all the other kids that are contributing to the problem, and that can be social media too. So I think when kids handle the problems one-on-one, we see a different thing, but I think the biggest issue is that other peers are watching, and they start the problem, they'll egg the problem on, and they'll make it a lot worse once it does happen.
What can we do as students to help prevent bullying?
I think standing up for if you see someone getting bullied, and to me that is letting an adult know that it's happening, because we never want kids to make the problem bigger, and sometimes when a kid tries to stand up for their friends, it makes the problem bigger. So I think first step is letting an adult know. Another thing that you can do is just tell someone to stop and just let them know, like, hey, knock it off. And then the second step would be to walk away. And the third step there would be to tell that adult if it continues, because we want kids to handle the problems on their own. But I think the biggest one is just reporting it and also not gossiping and not contributing to it.
What can parents do to help prevent bullying?
So one thing that's pretty cool that people don't know about too with the grant that we have is we're going to start a parent group where we are going to have parents talk about bullying and how they perceive it and how they think that they can address it from a community and a parent level. So we've actually been contacting parents already to be a part of it. It hasn't started yet, but the parents that we are reaching out to are getting to know about it. And that's going to be something that parents can do. Another thing that we can let the students know for their parents is just to have them, if they're ever worried or have concerns, to talk to an adult, to talk to me or Mr. Chacon, and let us know what's going on, so then we can address the bullying issue privately with the students, because we know a lot of times that kids don't want everybody to know their business or to know that they came to an adult, because I think back to that idea, what's the biggest problem with bullying? People don't want to be labeled a snitch. And so we can either privately handle it or handle it in a group or with parents as well. But I think that's something that's important to know about for parents and for students.
Is there anything else you would like to share?
Not really. I think that's most of it. And I think that we are really working on it. And I think it's something that the staff and the students have to work on together. It's not something that the staff can solve on their own. It's something that truly the students have to decide, like, hey, do we want our school to have a lot of bullying, or do we want to have a better school? And do we want to make this change? And I think that's something really powerful.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lily, for the information.
Now my favorite part of the show, sports.
Let's go on to our amazing sports reporters, Carlos and Lucian.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the Sports Report with Lucian
And Carlos, as you may know, the Commander boys basketball season has started with A, B, and C teams, each of which have won 2 of their first 3 games.
Today we have highlights from the November 7th game, which saw all 3 teams win.
The C team is playing great team offense and defense. C team is led by Mason and Jeremiah up top and Leo and Lucian down low.
Meanwhile, B team has won 2 nail-biters by just 1 point.
Patrick has led the way in scoring, and they've played great defense.
Finally, A team has had 2 big wins against Fitzsimmons and Kearney.
The team has been draining threes like Steph Curry.
I don't know about that, Carlos, but Daniel and Marco have been shooting great, and Eric is a force inside.
That's it for sports. Make sure to come to the next game.
Well, that's it for the FLN November news.
Remember, Commanders, at FLN,
The
possibilities are endless.
I'm here with Andrea Delgado. You have to cut it.
Oh, hi, miss. Oh, it's too zoomed in. Quiet on set.
Don't zoom in.
Quiet. On set. 3, 2, 1.
You're in it.
Ah! I don't know what's happening.
Hi, I'm here with. Oh my gosh, okay. Cut. Leticia.
secondly like feel that
You're